ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me, as always, is the Protector Collector, Protect Your Necker. He's got some things to say. Hey, hey, hey! It's Roberto. How are you, Roberto?
Good. Living my best life in sunny Southern California.
Living your best life. You ain't fucking around with you ninjas. Yeah.
Yeet.
So speaking of Yeet, we also are joined, as always, by the demon lady herself. The demoness come to caress, take your soul, put you in a hole. She is fat with a PH, the one, the only, Nicola McDonald. How are you, Nicola? And I said that in the kindest ways, man. Come on now, man, with that PH. The PH. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's up, my guys? Hi, hello. I'm demoning. Demoning.
Demon going demon.
Demon's gonna demon.
Demon going demon. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I will say this, y'all. We are going to be doing something really different with us because usually you see us doing some predictions. We usually be doing our topics, but we are going to review this past weekend's Slammiversary pay-per-view from TNA. Wow, number one, and number two, more people started buying TNA pay-per-views again because it was exciting. It was a great event. But before we get into said great event, this was a week, man. A week of sadness because we had 4 deaths in 1 week, in a span of 1 week. We had the tragic passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. You may remember him from him and Eddie Griffin on Malcolm and Eddie, director, actor. The man was a saint, passed away at the age of 54, accidental drowning while on family vacation. My heart goes out to him and his family, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Of course, we lost the Prince of Darkness himself, the one and only Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, with what he did, I know, with what he did in the world of music and pop culture, from the Osbournes, Sharon, and everything that he did.
I can do this because he's from Birmingham, so it's quite fun. Sharon, who nicked my beer? Give me back my beer. No, wow. Yeah, heartbroken on that one. Especially after doing his tour off 2 weeks, or was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
He knew. I don't know, there's a part of me that thinks that he knew because he literally did that. And then, fuck no, it's sad.
There was just something about watching that concert, even though they built it as the final time, like just kind of watching, like I think back in everybody's mind, they kind of knew that that was it.
The thing is, I read that he'd stopped taking. Obviously, Parkinson's disease is a horrible thing in any reality, and because I was a carer for a very long time, I looked after people with this illness, and it's for him to stop taking his meds just so he could sing one last time, and the amount of pain he must have been in, because a lot of people don't realise that with Parkinson's you have fits, like epileptic fits, and your whole body will go into. So if you can imagine him and then not taking his meds and having to deal with that every single day because he's not taking your meds, he was in agony that whole concert, and he did that. It's rough. Oh, it's fans.
100%, and you see he wanted to stand up so fucking bad.
He kept doing that, but he was strapped into that chair.
He couldn't do it. They
strapped him in, didn't they? So he could be bolt upright. So they had like a massive tarp around, or tied him into the chair. But obviously you could see when he's singing changes and stuff, and he's trying to literally push his body up.
But But what a fucking way to go out. Like,
he literally had his funeral live with all of his fans. That's
literally,
wow. And I do feel sorry for all of them right now, because obviously we all love Sharon Osbourne, we all love Kelly, we love Jack, and obviously his other children that apparently no one knows about.
There's a video that resurfaced. This one dumb bitch from I think House of the one Brett Michaels was on.
The Rock of Love.
Yeah, so this dumbass was talking shit about Ozzy, and Sharon wasn't having it. She got up, threw a glass of wine,
she bitch slapped him,
and she started throwing hands. Like you kind of get reminded that Sharon will throw hands for Ozzy.
Sharon,
like, no question. She loved that.
A lot.
She loved that man. As fucking crazy as he was. That man was insane.
Insane, but then again, most people from the UK are fucking insane.
So
expert.
So this was the Rock of Love Charm School reunion that Sharon Osbourne hosted. Rock of Love girls and Megan Hauserman, who would go on.
Yeah, she slapped her stupid. I remember watching this. This was funny as fuck.
So Megan would go on to host Megan Wants a Millionaire, which lasted one season because one of the gentlemen on that show passed away, and it was a whole controversy. But here is dumbass Megan getting in Sharon Osbourne's face.
Oh man, I watched that about 10 times.
You know what's funny about that? She actually got sued for that because Megan
She
Hauserman
did.
had emotional distress, and then they just settled. Like, no.
You got your ass whipped by Sharon Osbourne, bitch.
You know what it reminds me of?
Though, is Sharon from here too, or is it just Ozzy that's from here?
Yeah,
Ozzy's from Birmingham here, but I didn't know. Couldn't work out if Sharon's also from here. I thought she was from over your way.
No, she's from your side.
She's from your way.
Wow, no wonder we all love this family so fucking much. The craziest British family in the fucking world.
It reminds me when she was on Howard Stern and she was confronting the Insane Clown Posse for kicking her group Cold Chamber off the tour because the tickets weren't selling. And they said shit about Ozzy. And Sharon ripped Violet J and Shaggy Two Dope a new one for going after Ozzy. It's pretty much the same thing like you saw there. Like, you can say what you will about me, but you will not talk about my husband and my family that way.
I think there was a lot of controversy as well, weren't there, before his last show that people were trying to, she'd removed people that she'd asked to come do the thing and they'd started to bit about him and she was just like, get the fuck out. And it's like, she's a tiny little woman, but you do not fuck with her.
There was a group that, well, because the whole show was for charity, they ended up raising like $190,000, $1 million, something. It's a high amount of money. But I guess there was a band that wanted to be paid, and Sharon was just like, no, this is not the time for that. And they had an exchange of words, and Sharon was just like, you're uninvited from the show. She was going to mention who the band was, but I don't think she ever did. So,
she will do. You know what Sharon's like. She does not hold things in. She will name and shut you like she owns you. Which
I actually had to look at it. Sharon's actually from London.
That's my girl. All right, fair enough.
I mean, for me, guys, I've seen a lot of things resurface as well. Like when Ozzy performed I Don't Want to Stop on SmackDown to promote the Judgment Day pay-per-view. Like, that was awesome to see. Guest hosting, and then Chris Masters did the peck pop with his nipples. Like, that stuff really goes a long way to show Ozzy's character and commitment. And, of course, Bronwyn Billington, the daughter of the late, great Dynamite Kid, posted the photo of her and Ozzy and the Bulldogs from WrestleMania 2, which was nice to see. Like, everybody's just mourning and loving the legacy that Ozzy Osbourne.
Did you know he literally passed the torch to someone before he even went? And it's a UK artist called Youngblood. He's from here, and he gave Ozzy his original cross that he had originally when he first started, and then Youngblood gave him another cross that he had made for him, and they switched. But he performed changes for him on that on that show. And he's wow. Youngblood is a fucking he's awesome, but he's also screwed up, which we all love, because over here, like, his ticket sales are below anything, like proper affordable, like, you know what I mean? He thinks more about his fans than he, just like Ozzy did, I guess. But yeah, he's now the new Prince of Darkness in a sense. No one replaces Ozzy, but he's the new. You know, he's like, here you go, mate, your turn. Let's go.
Do I dare even mention Austin Powers and Goldmember? Boobs, Ozzy!
That was funny as hell. Also, he's in Little Nicky, he appeared in as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wipe his fucking head off!
You bit his head off with a bat. Yeah.
Everybody.
He did so many crazy things. But that's what we all liked about him. He was different and stupid and just batshit.
The Alamo, which he took a piss on here in Texas. They actually
I heard that rumor.
They paid a tribute to him. Like, Ozzy pissed on this place, and they still showed him respect. Gotta love it.
There is a place in the UK right now called Black Sabbath Bridge, and basically it's right near where Ozzy was born. And basically everywhere you look right now is just flowers across this bridge, which is totally dedicated to Black Sabbath. And yeah, it's mad. Absolute madness in the UK about it right now. But obviously it will be because he's from here. So, but yeah, they've been playing his songs every day. Like, you know how when the Queen died, we weren't allowed to listen to the radio for like a week. It's been pretty much like that. It's like, wow, just Aussie songs all day, and I love it.
Can't complain about that.
No, not at all. I also kind of compared it, and I said it with Paul and Dan, and I'll say it to you guys. It reminds me of like we saw Ozzy perform this great final performance and just his commitment, and like you guys mentioned, being in pain. It reminded me when Michael Jackson announced that This Is It back in 09, and then how that tour didn't ever got to happen because of his passing. But god dang it, man! Like the title of the tour, This Is It, Michael Jackson doing his thing. It reminds me, two popular icons in pop history now gone, which is so unfortunate.
And what I said before the show, coincidence? I think not.
Right?
Yep.
But y'all,
we'll have to look more into that.
I'll talk to the one who knows all about it. Don't worry about it.
Bang! So crazy.
Crazy. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Crazy, but that's how it goes. Rest in peace, the late, great Ozzy Osbourne. Now, we did have two other deaths this week. Chuck Mingione passed away at the age of 84. Feels so good what he did for the music industry and jazz and just his smooth sounds and everything. What a legend he was. But the one that
and we got to give a shout out to the fact that he was a pretty consistent character on King of the Hill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But Chuck Mingione.
Not gonna gloss over that.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, I'm going Chuck Mingione for that. But yes, King of the Hill too. Thank you, Roberto. Here's some King of the Hill gifs for everybody right here. Chuck Mingione. Yes. So Chuck Mingione, King of the Hill, and your music will not be forgotten. Now, these are three people who are legends as much as this next name we're going to talk about. So it's going now. I'm going to say this right now with this gentleman. We have cracked jokes about him. We have said our things, as are many of our shows on this. And when the weekly review airs, we talked about Real America Freestyle Wrestling. But our comments now, the passing of Hulk Hogan at the age of 71, cardiac arrest. Now, with Hulk Hogan, there's many ways to look at this. For what he did for professional wrestling, transcended into the mainstream and popular culture from the 80s when he was in Rocky III, from being on the first WrestleMania teaming with Mr. T, against Rowdy Roddy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton and Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, everybody being involved, from his match with Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, from his matches with Randy Macho Man Savage and the Ultimate Warrior, from one of the greatest, from one of the greatest heel turns ever with the NWO with him, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, from his return to WWE, becoming the undisputed champion, working with the likes of Triple H, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, being a tag team champion with Edge, like for a small time, from his run as Mr. America. And no, that was not Hulk Hogan, much like Ludwig Kaiser and Chad Gable are not Grande Americano.
Don't forget about his epic matches with Benjamin Shelton.
Already had one match with Mr. America against Benjamin Shelton. Benjamin Shelton, dude. Of course, the matches with Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, the AWA, we can talk about him being with Classy Freddie Blassie, God rest his soul. The man was a legend. And, of course, his TNA run with Immortal, like this one over here, Cena, we have all his TNA run, his return back to WWE at WrestleMania 30 in the Superdome and the Silver Dome. And Hogan, you got the wrong name of the dome and everything that went into that. But say what you will, and, of course, his politics. And the last remembrance of him was getting booed in California at the Raw on Netflix. The man has done some things that I do not condone, and nobody should condone. That is just horrible. But for what he did for professional wrestling, I will give him much respect. Because if there wasn't for Hulk Hogan, a lot of us would not be wrestling fans. I, like many of us, had the NWO Hollywood Hogan t-shirt. I had the Hogan Rules foam finger. I had a lot of Hulk Hogan stuff when I was a kid. I was a little Hulkamaniac in my own right, but still. For what he did for professional wrestling and him for what his character and presentation was, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Rob?
Yeah, 100%. I think I actually mentioned it in a post on my Instagram this morning when I woke up and found out that if it wasn't for Hulk, there's probably a lot of us, if not majority, we probably wouldn't be wrestling fans. Plain and simple. I know as little kids, we were all drawn to that character. That Real American. Every time that music hit, like you knew what was coming. People were going nuts. And just that time period of the 80s, the 90s, that transcended wrestling, and it's wild. I think one of my first Halloween costumes when I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I got to see if I can find a picture of it. I was actually Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan one year, Sting the next, and a couple different other ones. But man, like the unfortunate thing is we grew up, and we found out who the man was behind the character, and that's unfortunate. Because today, coincidentally, is actually 10 years ago when those tapes surfaced of him being Terry Bollea. I guess we'll say it like that.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate. I've seen a lot of really crazy ass discourse on social media today, but however it is you feel, you're allowed to feel like that, and nobody should invalidate that. But overall, I guess rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, and Sheiky Baby, you know what to do.
Yes. Now, I know there's been a lot of discourse about Sheik meeting him at the Heaven's Gates there. Man, I'm with you. I mean, here's the thing. I think it's low if you wish a man to die and celebrate a man's death. That is just lower than low. I would wish that on my worst enemy. But I look at it from the Hulk Hogan side of things, and yes, I'm going to say this right now, and we'll talk about the tributes. I know Vinnie Mac posted something on Twitter. Vince McMahon, yeah. Eric Bischoff said some things. A lot of people, Sergeant Slaughter's daughter, Sergeant Slaughter himself, a lot of the people that he's worked with over the years paid a lot of tribute to Hulk Hogan. Keith Greenberg was on CNN. The historian author paid tribute to him. The gentleman who worked as a writer for WWE paid tribute, but he did also mention he was there the night when Hogan, quote unquote, apologized for what he said, which wasn't really an apology. And that's what kind of gave him a lot of bad rap for the remainder of his years. But again, man.
No quote from Benjamin Shelton, though, right?
No quote from Benjamin Shelton. No quote from Benjamin Shelton. But
I will say it. Obviously, I'm not going to be horrible because everyone's obviously expecting me to do my normal, but I'm not going to this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I'll be respect. At the end of the day, like you both said, we all grew up with him. I grew up with him. He was on pictures in our house. My brothers had him up. Like Hulk Hogan was everywhere. It was a massive thing. And even though we're all human at the end of the day, we make mistakes. But no one, I would not wish that on anybody, no matter what. So yeah, I hope you do rest in peace. And yeah, that's all I've got to say on that one. Because
the only thing I will say about Nicola over here, and I have to put this into fruition because it's going to be one of our future shows here, and I'm looking at you straight in the camera, Nicola McDonald. Anytime she watches TNA, she will still cheer for when you got beat up by the Aces and Eights. Tie him up, put him in the chair. Put him in the chair.
When they broke his hip. Yeah, 100%. And I actually liked him at that point as well, which is really annoying.
Now I just have the image of Dixie Carter like grabbing on his leg. What do you mean, Hulk? Come on, Hulk. Don't go, Hulk.
And there's Billy Ray just sitting there laughing, going.
So, and also like Robert mentioned, I'll touch upon the music very quickly. Rick Derringer with Real American, who is also no longer with us. Voodoo Child.
Didn't Rick Derringer just pass away 2 months ago?
Yes, he passed away too. Another one.
Someone is on one this year. Someone is fucking on one when it comes to that. This week alone.
We got to tell him to fucking chill.
Y'all got to chill. Taking a lot of individual.
We got to tell him to chill when we go back down there. Like, bro.
Yeah, we do. Chill.
Slow the fuck down.
What are you doing? Why are you going after Grace? Go after the fucking idiots.
But yes, the Real American Rick Derringer, Voodoo Child, even for a short time in WWE, the Jimi Hendrix, American Made in WCW, which would then be Abyss's theme song in TNA, which was really weird. But other than that,
you said Abyss.
I know, but I'm trying to forget he was American Made, brother. I just remembering what Hulk Hogan gave us with the moments and memories. Nicola's favorite movies, Mr. Nanny and Suburban Commando. And God. And of course his appearance in Muppets in Space. I'm a bad gal now, brother. But yeah, we joke, we kid, we jest, and we know there's going to be a lot of discourse like we mentioned. But rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. Legendary performer presentation. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
Get him, Sheiky.
Get him, Shiki. And Eric Bischoff, I will say this because Eric Bischoff did post this as well because someone asked him, is real American freestyle wrestling going on? He said, the show must go on, brother. And I'm like, good luck with that, Eric. Good luck with that.
Dun, 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 dun. When it comes crashing down.
And it hurts inside. Okay, so with that being said, a lot of deaths, unfortunately, but we're going to talk about some happy stuff here. And I will say this, because we did watch Dynamite last night as of this recording. I got to put this out there because, goddamn it, Will Ospreay. I need to mention this because I watched it. And Will
I
Ospreay.
didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
We're
Because
gonna
I was
because Will's like, my neck, I got 2 discs. But I hope to be back in a month. And I'm like, damn it, Will. What, you come out here giving like this sob speech and we're thinking he's going away for a long time, like he's Kevin Owens. And he's like, oh, bruv, I hope to be back in a month, bruv. And I'm like, bruv, don't rush. Don't rush,
two herniated discs that are going into his spine, bruv.
Bruv, you can take some time off. It's okay.
Slow down, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately, where we're from, we don't take time off. That's the thing. It's a weird fucking, as you know from me as well, it's like we don't ever switch off. Even though we're like, oh yeah, shit, we fucked ourselves up. That's all right. Give it a up. We're back. That is our attitude. So I understand what you're saying 100% because it's like, just slip dick. Fuck it. I'll be good.
He's got his missus there now, and I'm sure she's like, oi, bruv, slow the fuck down.
Sit the fuck down. No, sit the fuck down.
Sit the fuck down.
Now I gotta put this out there because I swear to fuck. Well, Will Ospreay, I will say this before that. I swear to fuck.
Anthony Phineas Khan, listen to what Michael is about to say.
Yes, I know. I know what he wants to do with Will Ospreay. I'm telling you right now, if he is not Hiroshi Tanahashi's last match in the UK, I think that was what we were going for. You don't need to have him rush back to face Tanahashi-san. You could have someone else face Tanahashi-san, and it will still be fine, okay? It doesn't have to be Will Ospreay. Hell, you can fly in Zack Sabre Jr. He's in the UK. Give old Zacky boy a freaking match for Tanahashi. It's the forbidden door. You don't need to have Ospreay Tanahashi. It would be awesome, but the man has 2 herniated discs in his neck. Stop it. Slow the fuck down.
I saw an interview the other day with Big Boss Babyhead.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard his voice before, so obviously I'm like thinking he's this absolute dickhead, and then he starts talking, and I'm like, oh shit! And he's all in a suit and I'm like,
did the voice match the body?
The voice match.
No, not in the fucking slightest. No. He was just. It was just hearing him genuine, and I was like, he was going on about Will Ospreay, and I was like,
bruv.
And even we said, bruv, and it was the most weirdest thing I've ever heard. It didn't make sense for him. I was like,
well,
get back in your boss, baby. You sit back down, mate.
Well, we're gonna get him and Dustin Rhodes coming up, so I mean, let's see what happens for the TNT title now. Dustin Rhodes.
Well, Dustin's not clearly keeping that title very long, is he?
No, I think it's going to the Protostar.
I think that was sweet what they did though for him. That was quite unique. I was just like, wow, and all these people. What?
Yeah, fucking 3 belts, Dustin.
Yeah. Well,
didn't see that coming, but I was right. This man came back.
He
from
did.
The fucking sky.
From the
sky.
Darby came back from the sky.
He was in the.
You both were right. You said Daniels was going to appear, and then I said Darby was back. So we were all right.
We were. I mean, Darby was in the rafters watching this past week and last week with everything that's going on. So this is where Anthony, what do you call him, Phineas and Ferb Khan, whatever the hell.
Yes.
Tony, listen to me when I say this.
Tony, here's what we're gonna do.
Next week we're doing Hangman and Mox again for the AEW World.
Why? He already won it. Why?
I swear to fuck. Because he said everybody's barred from ringside. I swear to fuck, because they teased this a couple weeks ago. If you have Chris Statlander join the fucking Death Riders, and you have Chris Statlander be the one who screws Hangman Adam Page, and then you have that element of it, I swear to fuck, don't do it. Don't do it. And you put the belt right back on Moxley? No. Because I know they want to do Moxley and Darby, and I'm guessing if they do that, it'll be for the world title, but it doesn't need the world title. You could have went back to Hangman and Swerve, but now Swerve is feuding with Okada, whatever. But don't put the title back on Moxley next week.
You've got something so good going. Please
don't need it.
Do not fuck it up.
That's all I needed to say. For the love of God, as we prepare for Forbidden Door next month. Oh God, it sucks. But what doesn't suck is TNA. And I mean this wholeheartedly, man. It's just is booking decisions, which this will actually suck because we're going to talk booking decisions of this main event because a lot of people were pissed off at this main event on this fine program. But we'll discuss the bigger picture. Let's get into this, y'all. As it is. Well, did you guys watch the pre-show or no?
I didn't.
No.
Okay.
I didn't watch the pre-show. I watched the main show.
I'll go through the pre-show really quickly. So the Elegance brand of Ash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance with M by Elegance, Maggie Lee, defeated, and the personal concierge by their side, defeated the Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay to retain the TNA Knockouts title. This woman, they came out dressed as the Statue of Liberty, and Maggie M by Elegance hit them
I saw this.
with the torch. And the Elegance retained the tag titles, and that's going to keep continuing on. The match was fine.
I kind of like the. I kind of like the concierge. He's kind of cool. He's kind of a dick.
Concierge.
He's kind of a dickhead, though.
He is.
I just like how she just stood there randomly out of nowhere and just pulled this thing down. She went donk, and that was the end of it.
But then again, we did have Alexa Bliss hit Raquel Rodriguez with a pom-pom on SmackDown, so hey, why not?
Yes. And one of that, thank you very much. Go! I got to say, congratulations to White Six for being taking shots. Sorry, I was having a second fit at that one.
And they're facing Andrade and Phoenix on Friday for the tag titles. Andrade and Phoenix, we love you, but you gonna die.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die. You are not good. You do not take them champs off them so fucking quickly. They've only had it a week. Leave me alone. I just love Rowan picked up both the belts after they're all in the ring doing their normal, and then Rowan's just tall with both of them. And it was like,
yes,
that was such a cool shot.
It was.
Yeah, that was. And then you got Nikki. She's obsessed with that mask right now. I've noticed that every time she's sitting on the floor rocking, she's like this. Or she's stroking the leg, or she's crazy. It's brilliant.
Now, do
we know how you feel. We like being delusional and we like being evil.
Yes. Do you want to mention what else? Do you want to mention what else also happened on Raw really quickly? Karrion Kross beat Sami Zayn and just his bloody self. Even. Yeah.
I know she kissed him and then wiped it all over her face. I was like, lovely. That's love for you.
Hardcore. But yes,
Kinky.
I'm happy to see Kinky. I'm happy to see Karrion Kross win. For the love of God, do not let his contract expire next month. You sign him. You keep him.
You push him.
If you've not heard us all say it before, we want Kross. We want Kross. Now keep him.
Keep him.
He must love this show. He must sit there listening, going, "These three are fucking batshit crazy." But
everybody's saying it. You know what I'm saying? And then
we've been saying it. We said it well before everyone else did on this show. All you heard was us three going, "Kross is this."
Got to be at least 10 years now. We've been saying this.
We've been saying this ever since his TNA run. Yeah, even longer.
Yeah.
And who's the douchebag that friggin' was the AEW defender who was like, "We don't want to have him in AEW. TNA can take him."
Okay. I know that was a parody account, but don't do that. Just don't do that.
Don't do that. You
On behalf of AEW, we don't want him. Shut up. You don't speak for AEW.
Dickheads.
Yeah, you don't speak for no one. Everyone wants Kross, and everyone should want Kross because he's one of the most talented people in the freaking world at this point. So,
have you hit your line yet, Nicola?
Go ahead.
Suck my dick, yeet.
One.
I haven't. I think it because of obviously we've been talking about passing, so I didn't think it was appropriate. Now we're talking about Kross and everyone else. Suck my dick, you.
So
and I can't wait till we get to that little twat who I hate in TNA.
Which one?
Which one?
You know which one? The one whose house got burned down, piece of shit.
Oh well. Okay.
That wasn't.
Ace Austin, fuck off.
Well. Thankfully, he wasn't on this show, so here we go.
Oh, that's all right.
I was about to say, wait a minute. Well, still, fuck Ace Austin anyway.
No, you know what it was? I think it's because he was meant to. We thought he was going to appear in AEW, and he didn't. Luckily, so it's like okay then.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
That's what he was saying about it. But
Fair enough. So we'll go.
Who do I dislike in TNA? We don't want to know.
Well, we can talk about a cunt here in a second because I'm probably going to go off on who also was on this. There was a certain 6-man tag on this pre-show.
Oh my God.
Off. So we had the hometown man who was not Cody Deaner under a mask beat Eric Young. The match was fine. It was Cody Deaner lost to Eddie Edwards, so he lost his job to TNA. So now this mask guy who's not Cody Deaner comes out. He's the hometown man, and Eric Young is like obsessed, and he's nuts too now with what he's doing. He's going back to being nutty Eric Young. And he was upset that he lost. The match was fine. It was just a nice little thing for the hometown man to win in Long Island, his adopted hometown of Long Island. It was a nice little spoof of what they're doing with Cody, keeping him around. And Eric Young is Eric Young. We will never say anything bad about Eric Young. We love Eric Young over here. We love you, Eric.
We love massive fan of all versions of it, Eric Young.
Yes.
To be fair, even when he was like when he used to come out and do his dance when he was married to ODB and all that stuff. Loved that Eric Young, especially when he disappeared and she called his ass out and was like, "Where's my beer? Where's my chicken?" He appeared with beer and chicken after being fishing for God knows how long.
My favorite Eric Young was the TV Eric Young, where he was the TV champ, and then he was going after D'Lo Brown, and he beat him up and called him CeeLo Green in the store, and then he kicked Scott Baio and super kicked him on the golf course, and then Jason Hervey came in and he goes, "This is for Fred Savage," and he super kicked Jason Hervey. Like, you cannot tell me Eric Young can do no wrong. Like, friggin', he's so good. It's so good.
All versions of him are fucking epic. No matter what he does.
There was so much going on in that sentence.
So he was the TV champion. So he's facing people who've been on TV. And D'Lo Brown, we called him CeeLo Green, and Scott Baio, and he's meeting all these people. And Jason Hervey, who works as a producer, he's like, "Oh, Jason, you were on the Wonders." He goes, "Yeah, but I'm the producer." And he goes, "Okay. This is for Fred Savage." Super kicks Jason Hervey, pins him. "Yeah, I'm still the TV champion. Yeah."
Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
Fuck you, Jason Hervey.
We love you, Eli.
We do love you. So the other match, who I really don't love because they put this fucker on this pay-per-view, the Rope Breakers representing Fourth Rope. He just comes out and he's just cutting the fucking promo. And I'm just like, and for those that don't know, Fourth Rope Productions is a new wrestling promotion that is from, oh God, who the hell is the fucking guy that owns it now? I forgot the fucker's name. It's Jesus. Who the fuck is it? I'll get to it in a second. But he comes on here and he's a part of Fourth Rope and he's teaming with Zilla Fatu, who I didn't even know was in jail for like over 5 years. He has 5 kids. Mm-hmm. Holy hell. And he cuts the promo with Josh Bishop, and they take on the team of Steve Macklin, Jake Something, and Mance Warner. The match was fine. It was 3 minutes, and Enzo Amore.
Yeah, that was weird for me.
Something with the freaking eat defeat, and he wins. Fourth Rope wins. Oh God, it was short.
Don't like that. Definitely don't like that. Jake Something is my guy. Like he hit a pin.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I just looked it up. Fourth Promotion, that was the guy's name. It's a new promotion headlined by West Side Gun, who is a rapper, and it defines hip hop and wrestling. Fourth Rope Promotions. It's a new promotion.
Based out of Atlanta, right?
Atlanta, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
All right. But yeah, real one, Enzo Amore. I get it. They're working together, and that's cool, but I don't need to see him again. I don't need to see him pinning Jake Something and pinning the superstar. I don't. I really don't. And yes, I know people can be forgiven, and he was found. Nothing happened with those allegations, but he's still a fucktard, and I really don't need to see him on my
I thought you just didn't like him because he was from New Jersey.
That too, because let me tell you something, folks. When it comes to the absolute...
Guess what time it is in the UK right now?
Human hour, I know. So when it comes to the human cesspool of the world, New Jersey is absolutely the human cesspool of the world. Absolutely. Any New Yorker will tell you that. Fucking New Jersey, y'all can kiss my ass. You can scratch my ass while you're at it. Fuck New Jersey. Good Lord. So real one and Fourth Rope Breakers. Yeet! Number 2. So that was the pre-show. Really nothing eventful. It was there to get some exposure. The only thing that really was memorable was the women, because I'm going to whack you with the Statue of Liberty. So we'll get to the main card now. Doink. This fucking opener was fantastic. It was Mustafa Ali against Cedric Alexander. So the premise being Tasha Steelz was getting shoved down by Ali. He was treating everybody horribly. And the order 4. And friggin' she gives the call to Cedric. And Cedric's like, hey man, who the hell is this? Who the hell is this Ali? Who's the one that I wrestled at WrestleMania and John Cena was wowed by our match? Who was this Ali who I've had many great matches with and we redefined 205 Live? And then they get into an altercation. And then Tasha Steelz low blows Cedric and Musa beats him with a chair. And he's like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, well, you guys suck, pretty much is what she said. Like, you two aren't winning the tag titles. Ever since you lost to Mike Santana, what the fuck has happened to you? See, she's trying to get Mustafa motivated because, let's be honest, he's never beaten Cedric. So the way that they built this up was beautifully, and it motivated Mustafa Ali and this match with Cedric. And what we've seen on WWE, they've manifested this in the TNA. Mustafa Ali, thank God, is okay because he did the suicide dive and he landed on his face. And it was disgusting. Oh, my God.
That was nice. Doink.
Doink. But the story that these two told, like, for those, and I'll say this right now, go back and not only watch their WrestleMania match, but watch them in the Cruiserweight Classic, watch them in 205 Live. These two had such great chemistry. This transcended it, and Tasha Steelz is a fucking trooper. At the end of this match, she interferes, goes, and Cedric gives her one of the most apoplectic friggin' lumbar checks I've ever seen in my life. This woman got some air on that lumbar check, and then Mustafa hits Cedric with the 450, 1, 2, 3. Finally, like a CC Peniston track in 93, beats Cedric, and Mustafa gets the win. This match was fantastic, and I cannot wait to see a rematch. Robert, I'll start with you, Mustafa and Cedric.
And honestly, if you're going to start a pay-per-view, especially one of this caliber, this was definitely the match to do it. The fact that they can carry their storyline over from WWE into another company just kind of speaks to the chemistry that these two have. And hopefully this is not the end of it, because personally, I could watch these guys wrestle every fucking week. And it's fantastic. And as far as that lumbar check, I seriously had flashbacks of Candice LeRae.
Oh my God.
That in PWG.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
That's
wow. Great match.
Nicola, this was a hot opener. Start to Slammiversary. Your thoughts on Mustafa and Cedric?
I think the whole thing was crazy. So, see, bear in mind, I have not watched a lot of TNA for a while. I literally flick and go over there and have a look. But a lot of it, I had to kind of sit there and be like, who the hell am I watching? Like, who's this? Luckily, I was watching on my own, so I went on Discord, annoying the Discord lot, going, who's that? Who's that? Like I do. And sometimes you hear them all go, oh, you got this. Thank God for Teddy. But yeah, and Rob, because Rob and him both always, yeah, and you obviously as well. I thought it was a good match. She took it really well, bless her, and I did feel bad when she went down. I was like, oh shit. But no, it was good. It was good. I liked it. It was fun, entertaining.
Now, I will say this.
But I will say one thing. That show, I don't know, it took me back a bit. Like it used to be, old school TNA, not what we're used to. It's like, obviously, all the things that were going on, certain things appearing, certain people, all of that. It was just like, I felt like I was back when I first started watching it. And that's a lot for me to say about TNA because it takes a lot for you to go backwards. But that whole show had this whole, I don't know, it was like I was drawn. It was like I was redrawn again back to what I first loved in the first place.
Yep.
Even though every time they mentioned a certain name, I'd freeze and be like, oh, wow. So, like, you heard every name come up at least 7 times throughout that whole show. And it was like, wow. By the way, I want to beat Kazarian up, just saying.
Well, we'll get to Kazarian. Well, I mean, we'll get to people complaining about the main event and as well as the Knockouts title. But I look at it like this.
The Knockouts title was good. Anyway, we'll get this.
You're fine. You're fine. But there's a lot really, and I agree with her. And Rob, you well, when you look at TNA, and TNA's been around for 23 years, which is so crazy to even think about. Like when Nicola started watching during like the mid to the late 2000s and the early 2010s, and we have all seen from its inception, it did have that raw feel. It's like, okay, here's the X Division, here's the tag team. This is what we love about total nonstop action wrestling, what the brand represents. And mind you, it's had its ups and downs. It's had its sarsaparillas, honey, Queen Madam, how you doing, baby? It had those moments. It had Billy Corgan. It had a lot of people come into tonight, and so many people come in up and down all around. But this is what we love about TNA, just the constant alternative as it was to WWE at the time, where we hated what they were booking, and this new promotion really amplified. And this just shows the spirit and the heart that TNA gave us. And speaking of heart, we're going to give somebody else's heart because, well, we're going to talk about Nicola's favorite wrestler, as he is now a babyface, and he's teaming with Woo Woo Woo. It's Matt Cardona, and he's always ready, damn it. In Long Island, New York, where they first won the tag team titles back in 2008. Long Island, stand up. I am from Long Island, and I am standing up. As Matt Cardona and the System, Nicola's favorite wrestler, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and JDC, Johnny Dango Curtis, the former Johnny Curtis, a.k.a. Fandango in WWE, took on NXT's Dark State, the team of Dion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, Saquon Sugars, and Cutler James. I got to say, I was a little apprehensive with how they first started with this Dark State stuff. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? But I got to tell you, it's growing on me, man. They've attacked they've tucked Trick, they've attacked Javon, they've attacked Matt Cardona. They've moved this on over to TNA with the TNA x NXT relationship. This match was fine. I thought it established Dark State, even for a short amount of time that it got. We have the System now as baby faces from what they were. Do you want to know something? Alicia Edwards and her annoying ass voice. But they've established they've established them as baby faces, and they're reuniting Cardona and Myers because of their history as a tag team, and of course being the Edge Heads back in the day and former tag champs. But this was a nice little showcase for everyone to get their shine, and it ended with Saquon Sugars taking the Boston Knee Party after Matt Cardona gave him the radio silence for the 1-2-3. It doesn't hurt Dark State to lose here. This just shows the TNA turf, as I think we're going to build to something from the big picture with the TNA NXT side. So it was nice to see TNA get their rise here, and it continues more, I'm going to say maybe towards Heatwave, maybe towards Bound for Glory. But as we saw in NXT this week, I think we might be seeing Dark State go after Hank and Tank, honk honk, for the tag titles. So maybe if Dark State beats Hank and Tank, we can get Dark State against the System for the tag title since they have beaten them. There's so many different ways and avenues they can go, but for what this was and the time that they got, it was fine, and it was a nice win for the TNA front. Robert, your thoughts?
You know what? I kind of feel the same way, because when Dark State first kind of arrived, I was just like, what in the fucking retribution is this?
What in the fucking retribution is this?
Like if you don't stop with your T-bar and mace and get the fuck out of here without this.
Slapjack.
Yeah, fucking flat. God damn it.
Slapjack. God damn it.
Slapjack. I totally forgot about Slapjack. But, it's kind of growing on me too. And I'm finding myself actually starting to enjoy it. Like you said, the match was fine. But when they lost, I was just kind of like, I don't know how to feel about that. But after a couple of days to kind of sit on it, it's just like, yeah, okay, they lost. It still doesn't hurt them. Like they're still this, team that's going to go out there and dominate. And to your point of them, if they do win those titles, like we've got something to work with now. Having the System come over to NXT, or having Dark State go over to TNA, like an invasion angle or something. It'd be pretty cool. I think it would be very compelling.
Now, I look at it like this, and I'm also going to be the bias because they had to win because they're on Long Island, so to speak. So, yes. But no, I mean.
It's true. That is true.
I rep my city, Tough Titty Miss Kitty. Shout out to Chef. So, hey. I mean, hey,
yo, all I'm saying.
All I'm saying, baby. Shout out, Chef. But no, that's the thing too, man. It's because with what they're doing here, and also elevates these young men, because let's be honest with you, Dion Lennox wasn't doing a doggone thing. He was just the nerdy guy with glasses who played in the NFL, and he liked to read. I'm like, that's great. You can friggin' read a book. Congratulations, your dreams have come true. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. But it's one of those things where we need more depth to the character. They introduced Shaquan Sugars, they introduced Osiris Griffin, and Cutler James was on the first season of LFG on A&E, so they had that little tie-in there. So, I mean, it worked all around. But, yeah, I'm in agreement with you. Now, Nicola, Nicola, this is your first
Yeah.
introduction to Dark State. And of course, you know Matt Cardona, the former Zack Ryder. You know Brian Myers. And you know JDC, Fandango. And you also know your boy Eddie Edwards. What you think?
You know Eddie
Right,
Edwards.
okay, number one. I obviously have not watched him in a long while. Eddie Edwards looks fucking different to me. And at least I did not know what the fuck was going on. It was going on. I'm just sitting there like this, and I'm like, what? And then obviously, I think I put in our group chat. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this? Why is she standing there screaming? I've never been the biggest of fans of her. That I've made clear, but she looks stupid. I'm sorry to say, Felicia, because you are probably obviously you're awesome in reality, but even he did. I was like, get fucking Davy Richards back in here. Get rid of her. No, it's me and the Wolves. But yeah, anyway, whatever. I know I'm married in reality and mad love, really. But I didn't get, I could not get into this match at all. I was like, what's going on with this? Why is it? Yeah, so that one, it threw me a bit. So no, I love everyone in that ring, but at the same time, why?
I mean, it made sense for the invasion. That was the exact response I was waiting for. That's why I'm cracking up. But yo, now Nicola, you got to say, well, Nicola, you got to say it now because it's the common thing with Alicia. Robert, you can join in. Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you want to know something?
We've already got a Vicky from elsewhere. Why the hell? No, Alicia, sit back down.
Well,
Sit back down.
The worst part that gets me, and she has that Boston accent from Boston. Your cousin from Boston. Like she has that Boston accent. And it goes so well with it. Anyway.
I know why you made me say that because of the fact I actually wrote in the chat while we was watching it. I was like, what the fuck is going on with it?
See, I've known this woman for many years now. I know how she thinks about Eddie Edwards and Alicia, so I got you. I see you.
I know. I'm not. Yeah. At least I can say one thing. I've never been one of the crazy fans to do with wrestling.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I bet you do.
Well, we're gonna
Yeet
3, where we're gonna get to 4 with this next match. But Nicola, do you have any comments about Dark State or no?
Nope, you two said it went enough for me.
Okay, fair enough. We'll go to the next match. Alrighty. So now the next
get 4. Get the counter ready.
Get the counter ready for this next match. As in one-on-one action, we had that girl Indy Hartwell one-on-one with Puta McPuta and Tessa Blanchard.
Don't get me started on this one either.
Ooh. Okay, so
beat that ass Indy.
And she did. And I'm going to talk about this match, but somebody else wants to talk about this match, and we have a clip because Brian Alvarez and his boy do what
clean your fucking office.
Thank you, Nicola. Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer were talking about this fine match, and we enjoyed it. It was say what you will about that, but it was a good match, and they worked well together. And the story that they told, which we'll get into, but Brian had some things to say about this, and here's Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer.
You should watch Indy Hartwell and Tessa Blanchard because aside from Minoru Suzuki and Butterbean,
really that bad?
This match was horrible.
Worse than Mickey James and Makito?
The last time I gave a match a half star on pay-per-view.
Don't disrespect Makito.
Like Seth Rollins and The Fiend and Hell in a Cell.
Oh, yeah, that was a horrible match.
This match was horrible. I think Indy missed every last single thing she tried. She had maybe the worst day of her career. And it was one of those matches where, like, I'm not saying she did it on purpose, but, like, I watched this and it was like, it seemed to me like Tessa was letting the world know, my opponent is terrible. I am much better. It was almost like she made it worse. Like, I mean, it was bad, dude. This match was bad.
Okay, Brian, I don't know what match you were watching.
What match were you watching, bro?
What you were watching?
So, to compare it as it was worse than Seth, first of all, we will not take disparaging marks about Bray Wyatt, thank you. But
no, we won't.
About Seth and the Bray.
I'll call you. I will literally send the demoness to come visit you in your sleep. So don't disrespect, Bray.
Well, in Bray, that match was ridiculous to have a DQ finish, but it wasn't like the most horrible thing I've seen. I've seen worse. Mickey James and Makito. I can even go back to TNA. When Shelly Martinez wrestled Rebel and she yelled out, "My vag," that was worse than freaking whatever you're putting out there. My vag. I will never forget my vag. Good God.
I'm sorry. No, we got Tony Stone now. It says the word snatch, not vag.
That too, we got snatch. Or I am the only balcony bitch in here, Athena. Anyway. Fantastic. So the story of this match was Tessa's like, if it wasn't for me, you'd still be in Australia and the Indies. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here in the States. I let you sleep on my couch. I am a good friend. And then who the hell do you think you are, Indy? And Indy's like, oi, you want to get out of my face? You got something to say to me? Well, Tessa, you can go fuck yourself because I made a name for myself and I don't need you. And I'm going to beat you at Slammiversary, fucker. And Tessa's like,
and she did.
And she did. And Tessa's like, well, Victoria Crawford, Alicia Fox, who is now in TNA, she's my friend, and she knows what kind of friend I am. And yeah, so that was the story of this. And having the addition of Victoria Crawford, I like Alicia Fox. I'm very happy that she beat her demons because she did have a drinking problem for a while. I'm very happy that she's clean and sober and she has a job. But good God, I don't want to say it what everybody's saying, but I'm going to. Putting Victoria Crawford with Tessa Blanchard is kind of like saying, I'm not racist. Anyway, we'll go into the match. So,
no, we weren't thinking that.
He's not wrong. We was not thinking that at all. But yeah, no, we were. We really were. So, we don't give a fuck. You suck.
Let me be honest. The New York as a New Yorker.
Well, he's speaking for himself over there on that one. But yeah.
we will tell you how we feel. And the crowd throughout this match chanted, "She's a racist."
Yeah, that was funny. I was laughing my head off. I shouldn't have been.
That's why I made the comment, people. Okay, and I love Victoria Crawford. I love Alicia Fox. I'm just putting a point there of this woman's past and what the New York crowd chanted. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the Indy Hartwell and Tessa Blanchard. I thought these two had great chemistry. It showcased Tessa as the heel that she is, and Indy getting this singles push, this high-profile match on a pay-per-view like TNA's big pay-per-view Slammiversary. These two have wrestled each other in 2016, 2017 at the WrestleCons and the WrestleCades, so they have history from the early parts of their career, where Indy was actually more of a veteran than Tessa because Indy's been doing this a little bit longer than Tessa. So they have that history that they incorporate into this match. She hit her with the whatever the hell the move is called, the donut or whatever it's called, which I think is a cool name for the finisher. And she got the win after the second one. But Tessa hit her with the Magnum, the code breaker that she does, named after her stepfather, Magnum TA. Everything worked well in this one, and I think it was the right call to give Indy the win because if you're going to give her a high-profile match with Tessa, and Tessa did not need to win this at all and for the feud to continue, Indy getting the clean win that she did made it all more sweeter. So, Rob, we'll start with you. Indy and Tessa, and Indy getting that dub.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think Tessa needed to win. And we've been saying it for weeks as, this match got announced. Beat that ass.
Yes, Indy.
And, I don't know what match Brian Alvarez was watching, but, this was a good match. They definitely had some chemistry. Their history together definitely shone through. And, I wouldn't mind if they ran it back, maybe with some stipulations.
So I had to look it up because it was bugging the living shit out of me. The name of her move is called Hertz Donut. And for those that want to know where it comes from.
The Simpsons reference.
Yes, it comes from a playful joke. If someone says they want a Hertz Donut, the response is to playfully punch them on the arm and say, Hertz Donut. Yes, so Simpsons.
Yeah, got it.
Beautiful.
I love that. I love that reference too. So now, Indy Hartwell getting the win with the Hertz Donut over Tessa Blanchard. Nicola, Indy and Tessa, your thoughts?
You know what? My favourite part of that whole match is when Security escorted Tessa around the building. That was my favourite part.
Lifting that woman up and taking her out.
She was like, I did nothing wrong. You can't do this. It's like, yeah, fuck off, you poo, get out.
Fuck off, you Puta, get out. Damn straight. All right, now that is the line of the night there. Fuck off, Puta, you get out. Damn straight.
Yeah, the match itself was really, really good. It just, I'm glad she won. I am, and I can see it. Because if Tessa behaves, then yeah, I can see it working out, but we all know she's going to go back to what she always is. So yeah, whatever. But I like the match and well done, Indy. Congratulations on winning because you deserved it.
And then the post match happens, and Tessa beats down Indy and Gia Miller, who is the broadcast announcer. She also does the interview. She's
Oh yeah, that pissed me off as well. I was like, you bitch.
So, for those that don't know, Gia Miller is actually a wrestler. She is actually an indie wrestler.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
So-
that's the first time I've seen that. So I was like, who the fuck are you?
Straight up, whoop that ass, Gia. Indy and Gia against Tessa and Victoria Crawford. Yes. Give it to me.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we're gonna do it. McCarty and Cola, do it. To quote Starsky and Hutch. We move on to JC Jane and Masha Slamovich, winner take all match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship and the NXT Women's Championship. Oh boy, here we go. So these two have worked well with each other, whether it just being a tag match on NXT or just singles matches on TNA, and having the Fatal Influence get involved, and also having on Masha's side being Mei Ying Lee, the former Xia Li and Xia Brooks side. It works well, and Masha Slamovich said that she wanted to do this alone, as we saw interference in this match as well. The poor ref went down, and JC Jane hits the roaring elbow for the 1-2-3. And I thought this match added a lot of elements of why JC Jane proving why she's not the beatable champion. It showcased how awesome Masha Slamovich is, for those who have not seen Masha wrestle. Introduction to these two great wrestlers on both respective brands, and it adds another element of, okay, here comes Carlos Silva, the president of TNA, just like, damn it, now another one from NXT has our championships. And you see the reluctancy of him giving that title to JC Jane, and it adds another layer to JC Jane. I mean, we've said it, like, man, really, JC Jane, NXT champion? But from her tenure with Toxic Attraction with Mandy and Priscilla Kelly, aka Gigi Dolan, to where she is now with Jasmine Nixon, Fallon Henley, the girls worked their butt off, and this shows a lot of promise that they see in her for the future. It also adds another layer to a rematch, which, again, I hope to see at Heatwave or Bound for Glory, because we got a lot of events coming up. But damn it, was I okay with it? Yes, from a stance the story continues, but there was a part of me that I'm like, damn it, if we've had Trick as the TNA champion, why can't we have Masha as the NXT Women's Champion? But I have to see it from the long-term game and the big picture. So, yeah, JC Jane and Masha, they did their thing. But I will go with Nicola on this one now, since we talked about the knockouts. Nicola, JC Jane, Masha Slamovich, hit it. What?
I liked the match. It was cool. I actually didn't know much about either. Masha I did, but not really Jessie J. So I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. And I didn't like the win. The fact she won, I wanted Masha to win, which has really irritated me because I was like, yeah, come on, go for it. And it was her the whole time. But yeah, the match itself was really good. Nothing was out of place. It all looked cool. They've got a good connection, which makes it a match a lot better when our connections are pretty good. But yeah, it was a good match.
The synergy is on point. Nicola making connections and synergy. The auras, the vibes. Nicola McDonald, you are deep in your sentiments with your demon wisdom tonight, man. I got to just give see what you're saying.
The demon's shouting more than she normally is. Especially this week.
Hashtag demon wisdom.
Hashtag demon wisdom. Roberto Davis.
Demon wisdom. Demoness says that. Or Nicola says that.
What?
Son? What?
Rob, your thoughts on JC Jane and Masha Slamovich?
I may or may not have crashed out.
That's how interested he was in that match.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. You know, as I've kind of expressed on the show before, that I'm not the biggest fan of JC Jane, and wasn't the biggest fan of her beating Stephanie Vakir for the NXT title, because
I was not either.
I felt like there was people more deserving. JC Jane has always kind of played this third wheel, this kind of background character, and now all of a sudden she's the face of the brand, and it didn't really make much sense to me. So, you know, obviously going into this match, I was going for Masha, because I think Masha as NXT, having Masha on NXT would be fucking fantastic, not only just for the brand itself, but for, you know, Masha to get in front of a bigger crowd, to have her be showcased for the talent that she is, because she's done this phenomenal job over the last couple of years establishing herself. But that didn't happen because JC Jane is now the face of 2 brands. And that's where the crash out happened.
and she can suck my dick, you.
Yeet. It's gotta be like
6,
I do not like her.
6 or 7, I
You
think.
see,
But
I didn't mention it once, and now I've not stopped mentioning it. You should have said that.
yeah, we definitely need to get those SMDs up. But I guess after a couple of days of sitting on it, I guess I kind of see it from your point, Mike, because we have this opportunity to keep the story going. From the overall standpoint of the show, it feels like they want NXT to kind of be the heel brand and TNA to be the face brand. So we kind of have the things we need to do to make that happen, because NXT's got both their belts now. Like, what the fuck? So that's just gonna have potential for a TNA invasion of some sort. We've got this great partnership, and I know people were crashing out with me on this because they felt like this is completely one-sided. Now NXT's got both of their main championships. Like, what does this do for TNA? But I guess from the bigger picture of things, it opens up for a bigger story to be told. So hopefully we're not wrong.
So, to quote Moses Marquez, "You're not wrong," but I look at it from a stance like this,
bro.
I look at it from I look at it from a stance like this. We love you, Mo. I look at it from a stance like you mentioned the bigger picture, man. And I mean, November's Survivor Series. If we could get an NXT TNA type of War Games type of vibe, or something go down with Bound for Glory that goes into the fall and translates, because they're building up Bound for Glory, and we're going to talk about building up for Bound for Glory when we get to a certain tag team title match. But that's what we're doing, because they're 2 A and B shows of TNA, our Slammiversary, and their WrestleMania's Bound for Glory. That's how it's been designed. That's how we see it. So if you can equate and pretty much equate that to everything, that is the biggest thing, man. And I think, like you mentioned, the big picture side of things, the big picture now as we lead to the X Division, ladies and gentlemen, as we have Leon Slater, that boy from the UK, takes on Moose for the TNA X Division Championship. Wow! Leon Slater, you go, boy. Now, Moose being the dominant, he dominated like a various proportion of this match. Holy hell, Moose, we love Moose. Moose, Leon Slater hung in there, man. I mean, that friggin' 450 into the swanton, and just everything that he did, he cooked out of everything. They kicked out of each other's finishers. This is what put Leon Slater on the map. He's been hanging as the protege of the Hardy Boys. He's been helping out Matt and Jeff. He's been in the mix. They have been building Leon Slater as the future of the X Division. It's not about weight limits. It's about no limits. And this solidified the great matches that we've seen that from the X Division that have been phenomenal, pun intended, and we'll get to that. But that really reemerges and reignites the feel that the X Division gives us. And I mean, Leon Slater gets the win, wins the X Division Championship. I love this match, and I love what came afterwards, because he hates it.
Rhea.
I am.
I am. Sorry, yeah, I am. Where'd I get that from? I was even singing it when he came out. I was like, I am. I've got it on my phone as well. What dickhead? How do I forget?
Yeah, he
I still do.
He hates that song, but damn it, here came AJ Styles, and AJ Styles came out to his TNA theme, praise Leon Slater, and the fans were chanting one more match, and he said, we're going to get back to that one more match, and we'll get to Frankie Kazarian in a second, because he's a dickhead.
Tosser.
Thank you. Your thoughts, Roberto, on Leon Slater and Moose and the AJ Styles appearance praising Leon Slater? Go.
You know what? This was a cool match. Leon Slater is definitely the future of the X Division, but I could see the call for the, Silva, this is Hunter. So you guys can beat Dark State, no problem. We're gonna sign Masha. We're gonna sign Leon Slater. That's all you get. But man, Leon Slater is fantastic. He's got such a tremendous upside, and I hope he holds on to that title for a while. I mentioned it when we were watching it. I hope the match is Leon Slater versus AJ Styles. I think that match would be phenomenal, pun intended. But this it was great. And just the fact that they didn't even give it enough breathing room. They just hit AJ's music right away, and he came out and did what he did. Couldn't have gone any better.
So, Nicola, being the AJ Styles fan, minus his run with that dirtiest player in the game, Ric Flair.
Yes.
Robe AJ Styles.
Number one, I love the fact that Leon is a Londoner. That I didn't realise that. So watching obviously the clips leading up to it, because obviously I didn't have a clue who he was. So no disrespect to you, Leon. Love you much, love. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, not the fucking point. When I heard him and was watching him, I was like, holy crap. Okay, I can see. And then when they did the match, wow, the chemistry between the pair of them. That was outrageous. And then hearing that straight like the only thing I would say is they could have let him celebrate a little bit more before AJ came out and made his thing, just to give him that. But then obviously his face when AJ came out was just
Yeah.
He was jumping up and down like all of us were.
he
Like, oh
was,
my God.
yeah. But I love the fact that AJ just stood there. Well done to you, like bringing up Amazing Red, bringing up him, bringing up, and it was just like you could be compared to every great that has ever stood in this ring. And he's mad love and respect. And yes, I did jump around like a big kid when he came out because my head was like, oh my God. And then an hour later, I was like, hang on, he's on Raw though. What the fuck's going on with it?
We got the dominant Intercontinental title now at SummerSlam. Whoop that
So
ass.
is AJ just jumping between every company at this point? Because you've got him appearing on TNA, then come back on Raw, then he'll probably appear on SmackDown for something else.
What they had AJ do on Monday though was pretty funny when he
I
appeared
didn't
as
see. Oh, what the
the
mechanic thing or when?
Yeah, so when he appeared as the valet, and then he was the ringside doctor.
And he was the janitor and everything.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And then Dominic's like, I'm cleared, AJ. I'll see you at SummerSlam. And he attacks him, you dickhead, Dom. Fuck you, Dom.
Dom, you've got not a chance in hell as much as you are obviously a legend. AJ's a bigger legend than you. So sit down, Sunshine, because you're about to get mollywopped.
Sit down, Sunshine. Yeah. So I will say this. There was rumors that AJ Styles was going to do something with Kazarian at the thing. And Kazarian had been teasing it. I know. And everybody's like, oh, well, how come AJ Styles? Why do they want to see him? First of all, AJ Styles and Kazarian have a little thing. They were in a group called Fortune in TNA, and they have history and the X Division. And when you think of the X Division, you think of AJ Styles and you think of Frankie Kazarian. Then Frankie Kazarian's like, well, whatever, screw AJ. I'm going to go out and do commentary for the main event. Fuck you, Frankie. Like, clearly, go fuck yourself, Frankie Kazarian. You want to be a dickhead? Disrespect.
What was the nickname they kept giving him? The king of what?
He's the king of TNA.
He's not the fucking king of TNA. The king of TNA is Abyss. Tell me I'm wrong.
No. I mean, Wrestle Talk had hinted that Magnus and Abyss were going to be there. Abyss to promote the game. We got no Magnus.
Oh, no.
I know.
That made me sad, actually, because the whole time I was really hoping. I was like, come on, Abyss has got to appear. That'd be so cool. And then he didn't. I was like, oh, but I get it. I've seen his interviews recently, and wow, that man's still a legend. But it's weird because we're hearing his voice in normal time and how he is. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we miss you, Abyss. It would have been well cool if he'd appeared, but instead we got King.
The king of TNA, man. Come on, Nico. The king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, the king.
He's not a king of TNA. Nope.
So we move.
But by the way, I do like Kazarian. I've always been a fan of his anyway, no matter what. But he's just a dickhead right now.
Oh, please. I go back to when Frankie Kazarian was in with his wife, Tracy Brooks. And shout out to Tracy Brooks. We love Miss Brooks. I remember when he came out with friggin' Matt Bentley, Shawn Michaels' cousin, when they were doing the Bentley Bounce and the Impact Zone, where they were doing the old Bentley Bounce, which was a thing. Everybody was dancing, going back and forth. That's how far back.
I loved him and Daniels. Him and Daniels as a tag team.
Oh my God. Bad influence, yes.
Yeah, I love bad influence. But then again, I still like Christopher Daniels even to this day. So, yeah.
Oh, please. I go back when Frankie Kazarian was with Raven, Johnny Devine, and Matt Bentley and Serotonin. For those that remember Serotonin, good God.
I
watched the other day, I forgot to tell you, James Storm? He did an interview with Chris Thingy-Madoodah. I can't remember his fucking name properly.
Thingy-Madoodah, Van Vliet.
That's it. And they were talking about him throwing Mickey James onto the train track and how because he's cousin or something was a police officer. They had to get him to come out and prove that he was not trying to murder Mickey J. But yeah, it was again hearing him in reality. He's exactly the same as he was when he was on stage. Obviously, James Stone was also TNA, so that's why I brought it up.
No, you're
Another
fine.
legend I miss.
The fact
I
that
wish he'd come back, but I don't know what he does anymore.
I think he's
got halfway through the.
I think he's on NWA now. Yeah, so he's on NWA with like all of them. I think he still does NWA.
Oh, and he still drinks, but not beer anymore. He now drinks Jack Daniels and lemonade. I don't know why that's important, but he brought it up, and they were like, you drank a lot of beer, and he was like, "Thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of beer." And we're like,
what?
"You're drinking cowboy. It's not." And he's like, "Yeah, but Jack Daniels and lemonade, spot on." I was like, "Oh, so you've upped it." Okay.
Listening to him talk about stiffing Chris Daniels and hated doing the blind match, which was amazing to hear because it was terrible. Like it really was. Friggin' Vince Russo, bro. Here's what we're gonna do.
All right,
we're gonna have you wear a blindfold.
Yeah.
See, you can't see. You got hit with the beer in your eye, bro. We're gonna have a blindfold match, but since it's at lockdown, we're gonna have a blindfold match in a cage. It's gonna be the greatest thing in the world, bro.
How did that work out?
Sorry about your damn luck.
So speaking of somebody's damn luck, we are now at the tag team title match. It is the Hardys challenging the Nemeths, Nick and Ryan Nemeth, the Rascals. Now, originally, it was supposed to be Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, but Myron Reed, the OG Myron Reed, took his spot because Trey Miguel get better. Hernia, man, that's nothing to play with.
Yeah, that's a painful thing to have. So no.
And of course, the other team was first class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. All right. So these guys left it all on the line. Jeff Hardy is nuts for doing 2 swanton bombs, and both ladders, both times, were not great. And Jeff just laughed at the other one. Like, yeah, oh, well, hey, I tried it twice. Whatever. So they do the spot, and AJ Francis does a moonsault off the ladder, which he said that's how it was supposed to go with Hal, because it's like, oh, they didn't even catch you. He's like, well, that's how it was supposed to go, you nerds. And AJ Francis was clapping back at TNA fans on Twitter. He's like, I did the moonsault, and then him and Casey Navarro get shoved off the ladder. Casey Navarro took it great. He just did back bump. This motherfucker jumps how high? You said how high, and AJ Francis said, how high will I go? I will go high. And he jumps up, lands his knees and his nuts through the ladder, and it could have gone so bad and so wrong. He is very lucky. Oh, God. Why would you? All right, whatever. So he jumped.
I didn't get that. I did not. When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're clearly going to break your leg. I actually thought he broke his leg.
Me too.
Yeah,
that's what I thought had happened.
Oh,
I was like, his leg's broken. And then all of a sudden he got up again. I was like,
I can hear Michael Cole flop dollar.
Huh.
But that was this match. Like I said, everybody had. First of all, Ryan Nemeth going at Johnny Damon. You don't piss off a New York Yankee, Ryan Nemeth. You want to go get in Johnny Damon's face? Go fuck yourself, Ryan Nemeth, getting in Johnny Damon's face.
Johnny Damon still looks good.
Yeah,
like he should be out there playing, wrestling.
Come on, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny Damon. So Ryan Nemeth gets in Johnny Damon's face. Nick Nemeth, everybody really did their thing. This was a great 4 corners tag team ladder match in the ladder. But then you think Jeff Hardy, you think you've seen it all. This man, and Tom Hannafin has the best line. What is this, Batman 66? So Jeff Hardy, rope ladder, like he's coming out of a flipping helicopter, and he's climbing.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
And he's climbing.
He just stood there and he does this at the end, and he just goes, and he goes, I was like, fucking Jeff Hardy. Only Jeff Hardy.
I think Tom Mike had the best line too. He just said, that's the most TNA thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
And he's not wrong.
Not at all.
Well, still the ending, Jeff just stood there and took a bow. Yeah, you fucker.
Did I ever did I tell you what Tom Hannafin said at the last TNA versus like Canada thing where they were doing the thing with Border City Wrestling? So Tom Hannafin, it's US versus Canada, right? And Canada and US were tied and they needed 1 point. And he was quoting Dodgeball, the Gary Cole infamous line. Like, I've even seen a grown man satisfy a camel. So he's going through the things. And what he replaced with, I've even seen a grown man satisfy a camel. He goes, I've seen a vice president satisfy a couch. And I'm like, oh my God, he went there.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, he went there. And I'm like, Tom Phillips, Tom Hannafin, you were my new hero. I bow. Too sweet. Right here, Tom Hannafin.
Yes.
Right, yes, Tom. He literally said,
I was going to say it, but this is not the time to say it. That's a that move, not a yeet move.
I've seen a grown man satisfied. And he said it, and he didn't care. He said it proudly. Oh, so the most TNA thing ever. Jeff Hardy climbs the rope ladder, and the Hardys, who are not going to retire, they're not going to leave TNA. They're the new TNA tag champs. They regain the titles. But then there's more. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here comes an arsehole.
Bully Ray comes out in his leather jacket, brother, and the New Yorker that is Bully Ray comes into the ring, and he's talking about the Hardys. And man, 15 years ago in New York, we had one of the 5 years ago, came out in New York, and we had one of the best damn tag team matches ever, where the Hardys beat the Dudleys in the tables match at the Rumble, which was a great match and launched both of their careers. And he's going through the memories, and let's recreate one more memory one last time: the Hardys versus Team 3D at Bound for Glory. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, but did we talk to Devon about this first? Like you just gonna come out and make a match? Like, did you talk to Devon about this?
Like Devon's probably sitting at the home doing the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Like what the fuck?
So it does turn out that Devon has done DDP yoga. Bang. And he's lost like 85 pounds. He actually looks in good shape. He just did an interview with Chris Van Vliet, or Chris Thingamahoobanabobbin, as Nikla called him earlier.
I can't remember his second name. I'll go get my...
Chris Zippity
let me off.
Zippity doo.
Zippity.
Bye, oh my.
Oh, what a shit he did.
So...
it is almost 4 a.m. in the UK. So.
It's true. Oh, so Devon and Bully Ray are going to face the Hardys at Bound for Glory. And I saw a picture on Twitter, which this person could go fuck themselves. They wrote the Hardys versus Team 3D, and it's a photo of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction from Crown Jewel in 2018. First of all, the Hardys can still go. And number two, these guys are not going to half-ass it. We saw them in 2014 when we had the Hardys and Team 3D for the tag titles, which also included the Wolves, Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards. So if they did it in 2014, 2015, they're going to have a great match in 2025. They are stacking this motherfucker up for Bound for Glory. And we'll start with Roberto. Your thoughts on the tag title win for the Hardys and the Hardys versus Team 3D one last time at Bound for Glory?
This was a fun match, and it's crazy that in 2025 that not only the Hardy Boys still relevant, they can still put on a pretty decent match. I know the TNA, not their TNA run, but their AEW run was a bit controversial, and some things happened. But as Jeffrey Nero Hardy stated, things happen, and
he's been sober for a few years now. Which
clap
up for Jeff.
Yeah, and as fans, that's all we ever wanted. We just want this man safe, sober, and able to go out on his own terms. Which
clearly he's aiming.
yeah. Which sounds like that's what the plan is here. I'll be honest. At first, though, the idea of Dudley Boys and a Hardy Boys match again, I was like, I don't need to see this. I'm not even sure that I want to see this, but I think it sets a precedent for tag teams. We've got all these promotions. We've got all these great tag teams. Why not throw it back just a little bit to two of the best? Have them do what they do better than anybody. Bully even mentioned during that whole promo, about the Road Warriors being the best tag team.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not wrong. I think the Road Warriors are definitely number one, but for that number two slot, I think it's hard to argue that Nicola just left. But it's okay because she does that from time to time. She always comes back.
Baby, come back.
But it's hard to argue for that number two spot that it would either be the Dudleys or the Hardys.
I think what, like you mentioned with the Road Warriors, like, oh, well, when it comes to the Road Warriors, you think of like the legendary matches that they've had in the NWA, and when they've taken on teams like, Money Inc., Teddy DiBiase, and IRS, or just going against anybody. I mean, teaming with Dusty Rhodes and the NWA, Dusty Rhodes, baby. You think of them, and then the Dudley Boys and the Hardys, like they were this generations of just hard knocks. I'm going to kick your ass and take your names. They even do the Dudleyville device. Like it was one of those things where, for me, it's crazy, Rob, because how nuts is it to even think about, like in 2025, we're getting the Hardys versus the Dudleys, and we're getting Edge and Christian reuniting in AEW.
And that's just
mind flipping blown.
The fact that all these guys are, either in their 50s or approaching their 50s, and the fact that they can still do this at a high caliber it's crazy, because it speaks to the testament of the fact that they love this shit, and the fact that they still do and can still do this stuff at a high level. It's just a win for us as fans.
Hell to the yes. And before we move on to our main event, Nicola, your thoughts on the Hardys and Team 3D and this match?
Did it again. Like last show, it said that I've been blocked on the mic and blocked on the thing, and it just cuts out. What the fuck? Fuck you, stupid fucking
StreamYard.
out.
God damn you, StreamYard.
No, it's not StreamYard. I think it's the stupid weather outside. But anyway, what then?
Zuckerberg's fault.
That damn Zuckerberg.
That damn Zuckerberg.
Fucking triangle freak. Anyway, no, never mind. What do I think of the match or the
match
Billy Ray thing?
By Hardys and Team 3D. Go.
Alright, okay. I've always been a fan of 3D anyway. Team 3D, I was a fan of the Hardys the whole time in the original TNAs, all of that. But I, like Rob, sat there going, really? Like, what? No. And then I said, like I said about Devon, because the last we'd heard, he couldn't fight anymore. So it was like and then obviously everyone's looking at Billy Ray as if to say, Devon even, where is Devon? And then he turned his head, didn't he, aside and went, Devon will beat it. And it was like, you know what, all right, give it a chance, I guess, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, wow, we need to see this again. Because obviously these are, I mean, they can all still go, clearly, but it's going to be funny if Billy Ray can't. When was the last time he was in a match?
Well, he did wrestle with Trick on the NXT 2300 Arena show, but that was also a tag match. Him and Trick against, who was it, Ridge Holland and whoever the hell the one was in there. But yeah.
How long ago was that?
Months ago. Months.
Oh, okay, so it weren't years. Fair play. There's a lot of people I'm like questioning where they are right now. Like maybe because I've not watched this for a long time. But one, where the fuck is Sue Young?
That's a great question.
Yeah,
that's a fantastic question. Actually,
I'm seeing her on Instagram and stuff, but I'm not like. Then there's Rich Swann.
Oh well, he's injured.
I know he's married to Sue Young, so I know. I know that much.
He's injured.
There's just so many talents that obviously clearly I haven't watched for a while. So obviously they've either moved on or gone off and done their own thing. But it's like, I was mad at this. I love the baby, but where was my hype, Mum? Come on.
Well, I know Sue Young was pregnant and they had their kid 3 year ago, but I don't think.
That was years ago.
Yeah, she hasn't come back since then, right?
Oh, I don't recall seeing her. I think she's just being.
I remember her seeing her appear. No, she was heavily pregnant. She had the hands of the baby, and I thought that was really, really cool. And then she was gone, and it was like, well, but obviously I follow her on Instagram, so I am still technically seeing her, but not in the TNA. I don't know. But yeah, there was a lot of things missing from this show that should have been there, like Rosemary and Sue Young.
And I will say this.
I don't have it. Where the hell? Also, where was Sammy? There's a lot of things I clearly don't know because I'm like, what the fuck?
Sammy Callahan? I know he was feuding with Mance Warner, and then I don't know what happened after that.
They just had a match, didn't they?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you've got Eddie Edwards and Alicia and you've not got him, there's something really wrong with that scenario. Just throwing that out there.
No, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. I mean, you also have Rosemary, who did lose to Xia Brookside, and she got the Xia Brookside darkness out of her, which was cool. That was a cool story. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's be honest with ourselves here. I'm going to mention this before we get to the main event, and this shows the testament of these two and how I know them so well. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Like, well, sometimes y'all complain, and we all have our gripes with the TNA NXT relationship. Let's just start with where this whole transcended, the little bit of beef and the crash out, to quote Robert Davis over here. Let's be honest with ourselves here, my dear friends. It all started when Rosemary got jobbed out on NXT those many times, and then she finally got a win over Brindley Reese. Poor Brindley Reese. And then she finally got a win. That was where it started, because Rosemary started losing on NXT. And y'all got mad. Yeah,
and we were not happy. We were fuming. We were going to literally start decapitating him.
Yeah.
Well, I was.
That's where it started. That's where it started, though.
That's where it started.
And people kept telling us, just wait.
And then she probably got a win. She got a win. She got 2 wins.
She got 2
wins. She should have won every time.
But now she's gone, and
she's gone again. Oh man!
Hopefully Havoc comes back and
Havoc. Yeah.
Yeah, where's Havoc? This is what I mean. Where are our people gone?
And maybe we gotta go to the we gotta go find them.
We need to go find Crazy Steve as well.
Yeah, we gotta go find him too. Fuck.
We gotta find all of them.
maybe we can open the door to the Undead Realm and
go in there.
Just make sure Father James isn't doing coke.
God. Way to fuck up your fucking TV deal, bro. Friggin'
Wait, what? Did I miss something? I didn't know about it.
James Mitchell's had snorted some coke
on NWA.
Yeah.
Live in front of people or?
Yeah.
Oh, what, you silly fuck. All right, fair enough.
But we definitely got to go find Rosemary and Havoc and Crazy Steve and the original Decay theme, like.
Oh, the original Decay theme.
I don't like
the new one. No,
I don't.
The new one did not grow on me. I sat like.
I thought they were just doing it for NXT, but then when I saw her on TNA, I was just like, oh no.
Now I have to ask Nicola this before we get to the main event. I said this to Rob. How crazy is it that the Hardys and Team 3D are having one last match in 2025, while on AEW, Cope and Christian are having a reunion coming soon?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. Oh, fuck Grandpa Cage. Jesus. Actually, you know what? As much as I dislike him, I do want to. It would be cool to see him and Edge, dude, or fucking Cope, or whatever the fuck you call yourself.
Cope?
Now,
Ninja Warrior. I don't know where the.
Come on, he's got Spike. Come on, man. He's got Spike. Spike, he's running.
Yeah, Spike's no Janice. Sorry, screw you. Janice was a light off before that. So.
The best is you can have a best with the Janice in friggin' WWE 2K25, which is awesome. They added that element.
As well as his original TNA Black Hole tune as well, which I still have on my phone to this day, even this one. I still have my wrestling themes, which is really fun, like music-wise. And I'm having music and I forget. All of a sudden I hear something like.
Do you have the Aces and Eights theme on your thing?
No, I never had the Aces. Fuck off. No Aces. I did have Billy Ray's though, and I did have I had all of them at one point. The original TNA, though. So original AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. It was endless. The Wolves, and then Jeff Hardy, endlessly. All of his intros for TNA. Because my favourite one still to this day is Resurrection, and I still sing that even now.
Yeah.
So I even had the kids singing it at one point because I heard it every day. So even like the kids knew that.
So the main event, there is some singing in this one. Chick Williams, Joe Hendry, and Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship. Chick Williams got the gospel entrance. Whoop that trick, whoop that trick, whoop that trick, whoop that trick. The gospel vibes to it.
Somebody putting this out a couple days ago. He was wearing Booker T's robe.
Yes, from the TNA Legend. When he's freaking comes in, Booker T gonna come in right now. I'm gonna give him
Booker T gonna
hit somebody right now. Yep.
I gotta admit, I have to every time Santana. I can't say his fucking name. The whole manager of the one who was introducing everyone. I forgot his fucking name. The one John Cena.
Santino
Marella.
Santino, right? Okay, so obviously he's always been funny, but he even did it when he's introducing them, and I was like,
Chicken Mike in the center.
I did not realise it was him. Then all of a sudden I've looked and I was like, why did I remember you in a dress as Santino? Santina?
Santina.
Yeah. And then I was looking at him going, oh, fuck, so you're in charge of TNA?
Well,
Nice.
speaking of
Friday.
we did have something on NXT. Ethan Page, who was the North American champion, added the NXT Canada title with the little Canadian strap, and Santino came out and called him a butthole boy, and and said, "I'll be an honorable champion." And now next week, his first match in years, it's going to be Santino Marella and Ethan Page for the North American title on NXT next week. Which
I love Santino
that's
so much.
oh,
Anyway, sorry, getting back to what you were saying, it's just made me laugh. I just heard his voice in my head go, John Cena.
John Cena, you got a big mouth,
Yeah.
John Cena.
Yeah. I've watched those clips so many times and still laugh my fucking head off at him.
So Mike Santana comes out and he's getting wrapped to the ring in New York. Everybody's hyped. It's Mike Santana. Let's go, Mike. And then you get to Joe Hendry, say his name, and he appears, I believe, in Joe Hendry. Everybody got their entrance. The match, it started off them working over Trick. All of these guys really, really worked well. I mean, they've gelled well. We've seen them wrestle each other on NXT, TNA, in many different variations. But then the spot came. The dive to the outside. Mike Santana and Joe Hendry going. You think Trick Williams is legit hurt? My leg, he ain't even standing up. He's needing help. You see everybody go toward him. Yeah, he was playing possum. And then Mike Santana hits the finish. And then friggin' Trick Williams just said, get the fuck out of here, Mike. 1, 2, 3, pins Joe Hendry. Santana never got pinned. And then Carlos Silva, the president of TNA, reluctantly gives Trick the title. And everybody's thinking, what the actual fuck? Mike Santana is in his home state of New York. Why is Mike Santana not winning the title? I equate it to Cody Rhodes. They're playing the long game. Mike Santana never got pinned. Bound for Glory as their WrestleMania, like we mentioned. I think that's where Mike Santana finally beats Trick to win the TNA World's Heavyweight Championship. It's a risk because it pissed a lot of people off, and by keeping Trick with the title, but I think it's going to pay off for the long game. The match was fine, but do I think Mike Santana should have won? Yes. Do I understand now why they had Trick win? Yes, but still, come on.
Definitely.
You know what? It was weird for me because obviously I didn't realize Santana obviously was
LAX.
Yeah, because obviously he's always with I forgot his name. Yeah, Ortiz. Obviously I did read their stories about him. I was like, oh shit, okay, fair play. But seeing him as a single run, wow.
He's great.
They should have done that. They should have done that a long time ago. No offense to his, but they should have let him run on his own, like both of them. Go off on our run.
Tony fumbled. Let's just put that out there again. Tony fumbled.
No, we did not say that on this show. I say how it is. Tony, you fucked up morally. Yeah. And I'm going to think you goddamn yacht, you arsehole.
We'll go for that. I was going to say, we know where to find him.
Yeah, on the yacht.
We'll be heading there in a couple minutes.
We'll be heading there in a few weeks. So,
I'm never going to be allowed to a wrestling ring. You know, I'm never going to be allowed in a wrestling stadium ever again. You know that. I've now heard all times of AEW. They're going to bar me. I'll appear. I'm like, no, get that crazy fuck out of
crazy woman she's talking about sinking yachts. She's talking about friggin' going after anybody with a. She's going after Charlotte, even though it's weird to see them getting along now. Which is.
You know what? I've changed my tune on this because I actually like it. Yeah, I actually like it now. Like
they made
Charlotte.
Yeah, they made Charlotte likable, somewhat, kind of.
You know what? It went from we all hate her, and then I see the dynamics with her and Alexa, like we're not friends. And it's like, oh fuck off, you're not. And then a day later, you see a picture of Charlotte, Alexa, and Alexa's daughter, and they're all playing. I'm like,
what?
Oh, you did that? Okay, yeah, fuck it. No, she's growing on me. I can't believe I never said that out loud. Charlotte is growing on me.
Hey. Now, Nicola, I
won't laugh. Yeah, Nikki, I'm like, Nikki, come take your girl home. Come on.
Nicola, your thoughts on Trick retaining and Mike Santana not winning? Go ahead.
Mike Santana should have won that. It shouldn't have been Trick. Or even if it weren't Trick, Henry. It didn't matter which one. It just didn't have to be Trick. No reason for it. Apologies, my headphones are dying slowly. Just like me.
So, Roberta, you want to comment on that with Trick winning and Mike Santana should have won?
I I definitely was in agreement with a lot of people. That would have been the perfect goodwill moment for the company to capitalize on this, their biggest selling gate as far as, from my understanding, 7,000, a little over 7,000 people.
7,024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this was big for TNA, and they had a pretty good moment to capitalize, and so they took a chance and pissed a bunch of people off. Like, people are still talking about it to this day, and it's been
It's TNA. That's what they did best.
It's been a couple days now, and it seems that they've been stuck in that formula for a while, and they didn't change it, which is fine. But I guess to Mike's point, they are playing the long game. Like I did mention earlier about, TNA being the face company, NXT being the heel company. We've got an opportunity to tell a pretty big story. We do have Bound for Glory coming up, so hopefully we get a nice payoff. And I know people are going to be tuning in to see this payoff. But it would have been so fucking cool to see Mike Santana win the title in his home state
of New York.
And the Tony fumble chance would have been superb.
So, ladies, gentlemen, Blackhearts, Demon Lady, and whatnot, collectors, your thoughts overall on this show? I gotta say, if it's out of 10, I'd give it, just for the finish, an 8.5 or a 9, just because of the main event. That's my grade. What do y'all think?
8, definitely 8 out of 10.
Nicola?
Good show.
Fine, 8 out of 10.
I gotta say, TNA, you hooked a lot of people.
No, 7 out of 10. Sorry.
Okay, why 7?
For the lack of Rosemary.
That, but also 7 is my favorite number. So
okay, fair enough. I like your style. Lucky 7. Okay, all right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are new to TNA, and for those that are coming back and who purchase this pay-per-view, y'all, they gave you a treat. This felt like we mentioned, old school TNA. Nicola even said in our chat, "Have I gone back in time?" Which still makes me laugh.
It did feel like that. Yeah, it did. It felt like it was really weird. It was like sitting there watching, and I was like, "Wow, I remember why I like this."
But yeah, that definitely hooks me to want to see Bound for Glory. I mean, if we get Hardy's Team 3D, AJ Styles wrestling Frankie Kazarian, stack it up. Mike Santana and friggin' Trick, stack it up. Literally stack that shit up. But damn. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed our review show, our nuttiness like we do. We'll be back for predictions next week as we talk about SummerSlam. 2-night SummerSlam of awesomeness. Yeet. We're going to see Yeet as Roman and Jay take on Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed in a tag team match. We're going to see. We're going to see. Roman yeeted. we're going to see Cody and John Cena in the street fight. End it. We're just end it. Just end it. And whatnot. Yeah. I'm sorry. You two just go and end it. End it. So that'll be next week. And of course, we'll be back with more watch-alongs, looking at Alexa Bliss and Shayna in Alexa's Playground. And of course, watching Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family against the New Day and the Wyatt compound. Xavier Woods scared shitless is always a joy to watch. So love it.
I've got a question. I wonder if the Wyatt Six have their own little compound. I know we see the videos, but I wonder if they have their own little compound somewhere. I'm guessing they do, because of the Wyatts did originally, but it's like
the fact that he said all you have to do is follow in that promo with the tech. That popped me huge. All you have to do is follow us. I love that.
And there's me sitting there going, already ahead of you, mate. I'm following. Where we go? Yeah. I was like, I'm Demon, mate. I got asked this stupid question the other day by, I'm not going to say who the name is, but let's just say Teddy P's not a big fan of him. He asked me, that one. He asked me, would the Demoness ever be scared of the Wyatt Six?
It's probably related to the Wyatt Six. Distant cousins, if you will.
Yeah, because obviously they are they're non what we are kind of thing.
Non-denominational.
There we go. But yeah, the squealy piggy asked me, would the Demoness get on with the Wyatt Six?
Hi, pig.
Hey, Piggy.
Oink, oink, pig, pig, do away with the pork. Boom.
But yeah, what a stupid question to ask. I was like, I don't even come into it. I'm saying of why it's sick. Why would a demoness even interact in that way? It's because he's scared because he knows the demoness has gone and ripped him apart a few times. So yeah.
Hell to the yeah.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy.
I like your style. I like your style. So with that being said, well, we'll go on to our next show next week, like we mentioned, y'all. This is what you get: is deep into the heart of wrestling. Pig noises, squeak, squeak, oink, oink.
Rob walking out.
Rob walking out. Nikla coming back in and coming back out. Fuckers, the whole nine.
Mike on the last show because his leg had gone dead, getting up and doing a lap.
My fucking leg, man. Like literally, friggin', I had to get up and my fucking leg get out. You suck. But I'm okay. So my leg gets
Is it daylight there now?
yes. Yeah.
It is. Actually, it's still dark-ish. All right.
Dark-ish. Well, at
That's
least
my
we get
dick. You.
so at least we get to see you back in your normal habitat then before the darkness, like the last one, because somebody had to do 3 fucking shows over the weekend.
Oh, that was so fucking. I mean, us three were giggling about it, but right at the end of the show, we were both like, all 3 of us just went, wow.
Remember, well, we only got 2 nights of one show, so that'll be next week. Why? So with that being said, Robert, you do amazing work on our socials, and you do amazing work just in general. Where can we follow you on the social? For yours, brother.
Deep into the heart of wrestling. If you enjoyed these shows as much as we enjoyed making them, you can follow us over at linktree/blackheartsebd3. You can find a link over to Mike's YouTube. You can find a link over to our Instagram, to our Facebook, to our what's the sky blue sky.
Blue sky.
Yeah, that one. You can find our TikTok while we still have it.
We still have it.
We haven't gotten any.
Fuck you, Bugatti, man. Just because you've been on TikTok.
Bugatti, man. We haven't got any strikes lately, so we've been good. And it seems that our country is still allowing us to have TikTok. So please go follow us there and interact. Laugh at us, yell at us, do whatever you got to do. We definitely enjoy the interaction. So if you want to check out more of these podcast things that we do, Kicking It with the TSK with myself, the good brothers over there, Moses Marquez, Harold, and the one and only DC, Daniel Crimmins. You can follow us over at linktree/TSKLMF and Day. You'll find a link over to our YouTube, our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok. And follow us there. We usually do review shows. We're going to be getting into some topic discussion as well. We've been planning our next topic discussion, which we will be working on soon, is the TSK fixes AEW. This is something we've been talking about for a while, and we're going to get right into that. So check us out there. Over on the Max Wrestling YouTube, we do have some episodes up there as well. So please give them a visit and give them some love too. The Max Wrestling podcast does amazing work, and they've done a really good job supporting the TSK and helping us get on the ground. Next week there is a promo slam, and the Stat Man, that's me, from the CWO, myself and AT Wrestler are looking to become the statistically significant tag team champions. Watch us as we just completely irrelevant the title reign of one Moses Marquez and Daniel Crimmins. So be on the lookout for that, because that will be up over on the Max Wrestling YouTube.
Statman.
Not Statman. But if you want to follow me over at linktree/Hey I'm Rob. Got a lot going on, and follow me if you want to see what I got going on.
Yeah. Links will be in the description. Nicola, where can we follow you on the floor is yours.
Just to carry on from what the stat man over there was talking about. Yeah, go and pay attention to Max Wrestling because the Demoness, also a member of the CWO, is going after the world championship. So the Demoness has challenged Travis for his title. Let's see what happens there. Just saying. Anyway, everybody dies. Black Hearts, CWO. Anyway, right. Nicola McDonald. Wow, that's my name. I just said that. Wow, clever clogs. It's definitely 4 o'clock in the morning over here right now. Right, Nicola Mac 853
Yes.
on Fuck You Twitter.
There you go.
And then Demoness. No. Yeah, I know. Demoness there. And my other main Instagram, I'm Michael put down there because I'm stupid and forgot to remember it.
2569.
There we go. And yes, go give our brothers over at Max Wrestling some love. And obviously follow everything we do. Follow what the Black Heart's doing, Mike's doing. Mad love to everyone out there. But everybody dies. Don't follow me.
So check out Max Wrestling's promo slam next week, as it will feature Nicola McDonald, aka the Demoness, taking on the travesty of the travesties, Travis Anderson,
Travesty.
for the Max Wrestling World Championship. The stat man, not a scat man, Robert Davis, and AT Wrestler, brother. Oh my God, my pythons are flexing out my robe, dude. Taking on DC, Daniel Crimmins, and Moses Marquez for the tag titles. Daniel Crimmins is in a promo exhibition with the Desolator. I hate Chris Reed. Fucking Teddy. I hate Chris. Anyway, hold on. So you can check out SMM Network shows on the YouTube channel. You can check out SM Show Water MCL 92 on the Twitter, SteveandMikeShow.com, YouTube as well, and we'll have Instagram. Hi, Steve. I'm Larkin. Larkin _92. Steve and Mike Show out is out. In case y'all don't already know, Jenny is an absolute fucking bitch. We can also
Fuck you, Jenny.
Fuck you, Jenny. We can also check out Deep to the Heart of Wrestling, the weekly review, Uncaged, Pop Culture History Podcast, LFC Podcast, On the Mic with Mike, and so much more. Y'all,
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Dan. We got a lot coming on. I can't even speak because I'm laughing so hard. For Nicola McDonald, for Robert Davis, it's what we do. Evoke emotions, elicit reactions. And, well, we're all ready. We're getting set. My leg is intact, thank God. To the eye!